Assalamualaikum and very good morning, teachers and friends. Today we would like to present to you our project on the topic of how social media affect University Tun Hussein on Malaysia students' abilities to communicate. I am Azura Binti Ghazali and will give you a brief on the introduction, purpose, and methodology that we use to carry out this research. My groupmate Nurul Aishah Binti Shairatulikram will speak to you about the finding and solution, thus conclude our presentation. For the summary of this research, we found that for some college students, social media has been a great place. Social media has helped them to connect easily and efficiently as one of the current communication media. The research examined the impact of social media on the acquisition of communication skills of UTHM students. A structured questionnaire is used to collect data from respondents. As I mentioned earlier, social media are playing an increasing role in today's living. For the introduction, the social media platforms allow users to search, create, share, collaborate, and organize contents among them. At the same time, it also provides visual self-presentation and self-disclosure of oneself. The aim of social media is to keep people together while they are separated and sustain contact, but people are starting to use social media to communicate more than they do in a person. The rapid fire of quick communication style that captivates the millennials and other generations has shifted our conversation from face-to-face instances to through the screen ones. This research analyzed the impact of social media on the students' communication among the students of UTHM. The respondents were required to answer 14 questions in 4 parts, and the questionnaires includes their details like age, gender, and their faculty. We target on 30 respondents and we managed to get 31 respondents. As we can see, most of the respondents are 18 to 22 years old, which is 51.6%, and 23 to 27 years old have 48.4%. From the 31% of the respondents, 74.2% of them are females and the others are male. Most of the respondents are from the FSKTM and the lowest is from the FPTV. The second highest is from FKMP, followed by FKFK. The purpose of this study is to analyze the impact of social media use to the personality traits among college students in UTHM Johor. It is important to know how many percent that students rely on the social media in their daily routine. Next, the purpose of this study is to determine the relationship between social media and personality traits of individuals. This survey is responsible to conclude how far UTHM students rely on the social media daily. For the methodology, this study was designed based on a descriptive survey study. The population of this study is comprised 30 pupils among UTHM students, consists of first, second, and third year of student in the UTHM. They are from 6 different faculties, which are FSKTM, FPTV, FPTP, FKEE, FKMP, and FCAM. We built a series of close-ended questions using Google Form. There are 4 questions to measure the usage of social media among the students. There are 3 questions to determine the level to which students interpret communication abilities. While to assess the self-conception and use of social media by UTHM students, there are 4 questions on it.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. I'm going to continue the presentation from the previous presenter, which is Azura. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Nurul Aishah Binti Shairatulikram, and my metric number is AI 180082. So let's continue with the finding. So for this study, a questionnaire are distributed to UTHM student, and as the result, we obtain 31 respondents to our questionnaire. So as shown, the first question, which is asking about the availability of social media among the student. It is here show that 100% of the students are into the social media. So for the further information, a question about the social media that they prefer is asked, and most of them prefer to use Twitter as their social media, and followed by the Instagram and Facebook. So the next survey is asking on how many hours that students usually spend in their day with the social media. So based here, it shows that 90.3% of respondents been using the social media network for more than 5 years, and for the respondent that using the social media less than 5 years is very little and less than 10%. So we can see here from the fourth question, the respondent shows that they tend to spend 1/3 of their daytime to spend on the social media per day. So the next question, which the question is asking about, is the respondent communicate with the person that they already know or the stranger. So from the result here, 87.1% respondent agree that they communicate with the person that they know, and 54.8% agree that they communicate with the stranger. So it can be said that the social media act as a platform that able to connect the people by communicate with each other. So the next question, just now we already asked how much hour that they spend in the social media. So now we ask about what they actually did while using the social media. So most of the respondents, they vote for the entertainment. Secondly, they vote for to find information and communicate with friends. The last one is to spend leisure time, which is free time. Next, let's move to the solution of the studies. So based on the title of this study, which is how social media affect on UTHM student ability to communicate. So a survey has been conducted, and the solution of the question obtained and gathered. So from the result, it shows that all the students are into the social media, no matter what age they are, and mostly of the students, they spend like 1/3 of their days using the social media. So disable them to learn new things. And next, let's move to the solutions of the studies. So the students are freely to involve in social media activity. This is because they have their own gadget and technologies to access to the social media. So from the result, it just shows that the students are into social media no matter what age they are. So most of the students spend like 1/3 of their days using the social media for their own activities. So from the survey also, it shows that the students spend wisely time in social media, as they spend like 1/3 of their days using social media. This enables them to learn new things, as in the social media there is so many information, knowledge that can be learned from it. And if they apply the same thing into the real world, they can improve their communication skill. Next, let's move to the conclusion part. So actually it is an effective way for the lecturer to conduct a learning activity through the social media, as it will get supported by the student. As the survey here shown, that the respondent will be missing out if they are not participate in the social media. So it is very important for them to actually participate themselves in the social media. The lecturers should also encourage their students to expose themselves through the platform like YouTube, as they can express themselves more. As we can see the survey here, that there is 9.7 students that always post their status. This is because they are lack of confidence in themselves. So for the third question, it's asking about how does the media social affect your communication skills. So most of the respondents, they rate for the social media able to improve their communication skills. This is because they think social media able to bring up their communication skills. So the last question, the respondent rate their current communication skill, and most of them is in the intermediate phase. So next, let's move to the conclusion part. So as conclusion, it can be said that the social media bring the beneficial for the student to increase their communication skill and also their confidence level in exposing themselves in the public. However, I cannot disagree that social media has the bad effect to the student if the student not manage to use the social media in a good way. So thank you for watching and evaluate our presentation for today.